oil panic in Modern is weird. So the first thing you're going to notice is that Mario has 2 buckets instead of 1.
Well, that's not the first thing I noticed, but...
Well, okay, once the actual gameplay starts, that's the first thing you'll notice.
Okay.
So here we have Bowser standing on top of this Colosseum thing? I think this might be the ruins of the castle that has burnt out, and he's trying to burn it further by dumping oil on it? And instead of a boss with an oil barrel, you've got a Yoshi. Yoshis eat oil and spit out blocks. If you dump 6 full drops of oil in the Yoshi's mouth within a short span, it will create a block there. If there's already a block there, on the right side, he'll shoot a fireball at the block and you'll get coins, and you'll get, like, a score bonus equal to twice the amount of oil you dump. On the left side, it builds up a series of blocks. Also here on the right side at 200 points, it creates a question mark block. That's where the heart comes from. Anyway, we have 4 blocks. Yoshi takes the steps up and just fucks up Bowser. And you get 15 extra points for that. But then Bowser just comes right back because it's a Game & Watch game. And yeah, you see there's the heart that you get. It flies up and you catch it. It only erases 1 miss. It doesn't erase 1 miss of each type. Or anything like that.
Are there still different types of misses?
Yes. There are still the fire misses as well as the oil misses, because for some reason Luigi and Donkey Kong Jr. are just... Luigi's taking a nap down there? Jr. is just... I don't know what he's doing. He's got like... Is that a drumstick? Is that just like beating the ground like a drum? Anyway, they're just hanging out here, and again, I have to assume that these are the smoldering ruins of the castle, and Bowser's just trying to burn it down further?
Maybe there's... You know what it is? You know what's underneath the castle?
What?
Like in the basement?
The basement had the treasure room in RPG.
And in 64, it had a portal to the Deep Dark Dimension.
Oh, yeah!
So clearly he's trying to get at that. But there's all this castle in the way.
Yeah! Yeah, there's several things underneath there, aren't there? There's like the whole work zone, there's the Hazy Maze mine area.
Bowser's sub!
Bowser, yeah, maybe his submarine is sunken down there.
So he clearly wants to get back at that. Any one of those things. He probably has some nefarious plot involving one or more of these locations.
Now, the funny thing about these is that because they're Game & Watch style games, Mario loses eventually. It is inevitable. So we know Mario loses here, and Bowser successfully burns down the rest of his castle.
Yeah. Well, DK Jr. and Luigi are watching. Luigi's clearly taking a nap after having successfully done fire.
Yeah. Also, there's like several different animations that Yoshi does up here. You know, we saw the first one where he just breathes a big fireball. There was another one that he just throws a big egg. There's the one where he gets a watermelon and spits the seeds out.
Huh.
There'll be one more that we see in a little bit. In the hard run.
You did it!
So, something that I have to say about the modern oil panic. I did not like the modern oil panic.
No?
Here's the hint thing for it, because I once fucked up enough to get the hint thing for it. So, Game & Watch games, like, the whole thing of them is they are instant. That's, like, what makes them really fun for me is you push the button, something happens instantly. It is all about pure reaction. In the modern oil panic, there's an animation of Mario dumping the oil out, and you cannot move away while he's doing that animation. And it just, in general, feels weirdly unresponsive. There were so many times playing this game that I felt like I lost because Mario didn't do the thing that I told him to do, which is, like, exactly what a Game & Watch game should not have. So, it really just rubbed me the wrong way. Which is unfortunate, because it has a lot of interesting mechanics with, like, the dumping the blocks, getting the blocks if you get 6. The fact that, like, Yoshi actually, there's a pause after you dump any oil into Yoshi, so you can, like, grab some oil, dump it in, while Yoshi is paused, grab another drop of oil, swap and dump that in as well. And, like, you can get a lot in there. Here's that last animation, by the way. Yoshi has a gun!
What? So,
canonically, Yoshi has a gun.
Remember when Shadow the Hedgehog first came out and people made the joke of what would happen if Mario did the same thing with Shadow the Hedgehog?
Mario had a gun in 1994 when he rode Yoshi to destroy the Koopa Kingdom's mech army.
Yeah. So what we're trying to say is that Mario sold out before
Mario
Sega.
is edgier than Sonic has ever been. Mario's been to war, you know.
It's true, he has, and Mario bombs away
I love that Luigi just goes right back to his nap after he gets up and is briefly angry.
You did it!
Anyway, here's what happens when you have all 80 stars.
You play fire.
You just have like a little celebration.
With the Power Star. And the rebuilt castle?
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Jr. and Yoshi have, had an alliance, apparently, on a cloud.
Oh yeah, that was something that you mentioned when you were watching me play it, that we didn't bring up here for fire. You know, the Power Stars.
Yeah.
When you catch a star, it's worth 5 points instead of 1.
Right.
The Power Stars are 5 times more valuable than a Toad's life.
This is true.
It is quantifiably stated in here. Anyway, after that little scene, you get the credits roll again. I just sped through it here. So now we're gonna go through and just show off the very hard mode of each of the games. They're very fast.
Is that the only difference?
Pretty much, yeah. You can see now in the lower left there's the star icon, indicating that it's very hard. But, yeah, this, very hard. I believe it goes at the same speed that you have at 1,000 points on either of the other difficulties. So, like, you get to start at, like, the top speed if you really just want to have the frantic challenge gameplay.
I'm not entirely sure why you would. Like, is there any reason to actually play it on very hard?
I mean, there's not, like, an unlockable thing for it. It's fun.
Okay.
If you enjoyed the games, and if you like it at the high speeds, then you have the opportunity to play them at high speeds without going through all the slow speed parts first. You know, jump straight into the bits that's frantic and hectic, and that's fun.
Okay.
You know, I really like the frantic, hectic, fun gameplay thing of the Game & Watch games. So, like, if this was a game that, like, I actually owned as a kid, I would play the very hard things a lot, probably. Because it's the game that is good, but immediately brought up to the highest, most interesting difficulty. So here's fire. Didn't explicitly mention this, but the modern version of Fire does not have the multiple different levels that things can fall out of, because it's already got all the complicated mechanics of, things bouncing at different heights. Dropping a star does not cause a miss, by the way. It is purely, like, a bonus thing. I love the fact that when they drop someone accidentally, like, they run and hide behind the carriage.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
We made a mistake.
Don't let him see us. It wasn't us, it was someone else. Someone else made the mistake, yeah.
A lot of stars.
Yeah, that's another thing with, like, at the higher level of difficulty, they give you a lot more variety of things. You get a lot of the eggs. You get a lot more juniors.
So what's very hard for Octopus, like?
Very hard for Octopus? That Octopus fires the ink shots all the time! That's, like, what very hard is there. As well as, you know, the tentacles are going, pretty fast to begin with. But it's mostly the ink shots come a lot more frequently. Like, in the other difficulties, you get an ink shot maybe, like, once every 100 or 200 points. Here, they come, like, every 10 to 15 points or so. You know, it's a time-based thing, I'm pretty sure, not like a point-based thing, but...
But again, it's the same sort of...
Yeah.
Start at frantic levels instead of not.
Oil Panic. So, one of the things that I had a real problem with Oil Panic, that I didn't explicitly mention yet, is that the oil drops took so long to drip down. I actually enjoyed the very hard of Modern Oil Panic a hell of a lot more than normal difficulty. Because it starts out at a point where the drops actually fall while I am thinking about them, and it's not sitting there waiting for ages for them to come down. And you can see here that, like, I'm using the, like I said, I managed to get, like, 7 or 8 oil drops into the Yoshi there before it spit out at the block. But, yeah, this one I managed to get pretty far in, actually. Like, really far. I forgot how far I got in this, actually.
I mean... It may sound like I'm kind of down on the whole idea of just play it at a more frantic pace. This action reflex game. But you gotta understand, when I was playing games in '98, I was playing Half-Life and StarCraft.
Well, I mean, first of all, this is 1997.
Oh, okay.
And it's a modern update of games from 1981 and, like, 83. So, it's, you know, it's updated versions of these games, but they're still games that were designed in the early 80s.
Right.
This is what gameplay was.
Right. What I'm saying is, it's not... It wasn't up to the times.
There's still, like, value to it. There's still, like, something good about this gameplay.
Alright.
You know, it's a different kind of gameplay. It is arcade-style gameplay. You're going for a high score. And it's exhilarating. Just, like, getting into the zone and catching everything and... You know, just running off of the reflexes.
Yeah, but I had Quake for that.
Well, that involves... Whatever. Here's the gallery. just show off the gallery, and that's the end of the game. So in the gallery, each of the blocks that you unlock shows a Game & Watch game. It's a gallery of Game & Watch titles.
Here, we see a Game & Watch style character with extremely long arms.
So yeah, it goes through a bunch of different Game & Watch games and, like, a little information when they were released, what they were about. Yeah, so there were a lot of different variations of the Game & Watch games. You know, they had the dual screens, they had wide screens, they had, like, panoramic things.
Why are they parachuting into the ocean that's filled with sharks?
I don't know!
Judge?
I haven't played that. I haven't played this. I haven't played most of these Game & Watch games.
Get the
This is
larger
like-
number to win.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Fire attack!
It's different from fire. Because this time it's an attack.
Seems a little racist.
It may have been. I don't know. Flagman. It's Simon Says. I think. So, yeah. And Octopus. I'm not entirely sure why it has the games that are already in here.
Well, because it's showing you when it was released. It's
There's a million
a gallery. A gallery of Game & Watch. Like art.
Manhole, another million seller. And yeah, you can see these games were out in 1981. You know, these are games that predate Donkey Kong. So, here, you know, it's got Mario Brothers, and I wanted to see, because I noticed that it was, like, animating the full game. I wanted to see how long it would actually do that for. And it actually does, like, animate the full game, including, like, the bosses who tell you to stop taking a break. Like, they put a lot of effort into the gallery. Vermin! Beat up vermin. With hammers? In your farm.
Sausage!
Yep. Sling that sausages. Another be in the spot to catch the thing game.
But this time you have to fling it. And I guess this was popular enough to become one of Game & Watch's attacks.
And here there's just tools falling from the sky infinitely, and it's called Helmet, but you need to avoid them, so you clearly don't have a proper helmet.
But it's Gold Series instead of Silver.
Mario Cement Factory. I love the description of this. Deliver cement to the dump.
So, you got the cement,
Producing all
but you're
the
just
cement, and we're literally
destroying
just
it.
throwing it out.
Just throw it away. This extreme...
You're having this extremely dangerous work site to get through and produce the cement, and we're just throwing it in a dump. Yes, fire. Help the jumpers escape the inferno! And land in an ambulance. Because you enter an ambulance from the top.
Yeah, apparently.
And ambulances are clown cars that can fit infinite patients.
Turtle Ridge.
It's a bridge of turtles that you go across the turtles.
And then somebody smacks you?
I don't know. I don't know what this game is. You're
Oh,
bringing
you see-
parcels across the turtle bridge?
Okay.
Lion! This lion cage is open, and you need to keep the lions in indefinitely.
Using chairs.
I'm pretty sure the Game & Watch series is, like, as a whole, a treatise on workplace safety?
Boxing. Versus series.
Yeah, so we've seen a couple of Versus Series games. There was Donkey Kong Hockey, Donkey Kong 3. This was the first of the Versus Series.
So, it's a fighting game.
But it was a Game & Watch game. So it's like a little handheld. And that's the whole gallery, and that's Game & Watch Gallery. That's it.
There's no more Game & Watch galleries after this.